forces, high forces.
She had a forces. Now, this is something I never expected to do in probably all my life as a reviewer. And yes, I am going to be talking about some Berserk today with you guys in a video that isn't about the anime, but it's about the manga itself. Now, this isn't going to be the big video I've got in plan. I want to do kind of something special, but the anime came out beforehand, and a lot of people already know that I was going to catch up with the manga anyway, because the anime was coming out, and I was like, I don't want, regardless of like the quality of the anime, CGI and everything, I don't want it to spoil me on any of the stuff I got. So I read all of it, I've read out, and I caught up to the manga pretty much when it's come back to a monthly return, so to speak. And I thought, like, fuck it, I'm gonna let you guys know kind of my thoughts on like the latest chapter and a little tiny sneak peek into the video I kind of had in mind. But like, the people kind of want to know my current thoughts of the series. I absolutely love it. I think it is like a masterpiece. I think it is like up there. I will say the series has turned more into a fantasy manga than it has like a dark horror. Like, it's definitely, ever since like Guts has a lot more with his like new companions, obviously like Shirek and all that, like Isidro, like with a lot more of the characters. I will definitely say it doesn't really take away why I love the series for, but I know a lot of people that are in it for like, oh, I want the dark, nitty gritty stuff. I want like Guts like killing Griffith. I want all these demons going out. I want Zod. Like, and trust me, I fucking love that stuff. I generally do. But I feel I'm more entranced by the world and the characters than like, oh, I need gore and violence every like second. But I thought I'd start to let you know about like this chapter, especially which is finding out about a bunch of stuff about like the spirit tree, about Griffith's plans, and like kind of like what he's planning to do in the future. And Guts didn't particularly give a fuck like too much. And like, he was like, I want to meet the King of Fairies, so can you take us to the Flower Storm King? I don't care about these old men like saying, oh, Master Getfried, Master Skilbrin the Perplexed, Master Fair in the Settled, Master Ginnar the Ponderous, and Darren the Domestic. Welcome, like, oh, welcome to our hundred abode. It's like, yeah, like Guts is like, I just, can you just take us? Like, my main important thing right here is Casca, but then as well, like, my goal is just in front of me, so if you could. And it's just like, at the end of the day, Guts, you've got weary travelers and all that, like, you know, you got Isidro, you got like you got like Fenrir, you got all these people, and I said, because like, they're all exhausted and they're tired, and they're like, not everyone can like fight like 100 dudes like you, Guts, and all that. Like, not everyone is the big fucking badass like that you are, so you have to come to accept that. And it was like, you know, after everything, and when they finally settled down, it's just like, and explaining their whole story to him, it's like, you've gone through trolls, you've gone from Kushan, you've gone from Beast and all that, this pilgrimage you've gone through. And I just kind of like, there was just one panel as they was resting and all that, and Guts' Dragon Slayer is like resting next to the table, and it's like, it's the size of like 5 people on the fucking table on this circle. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, this thing is huge, as it's taking up most of the space throughout the entire thing. And a lot of people have been saying, especially like I've been reading a lot more, like people have been saying the manga is that the big busty witch and all that that's been kind of going into that is going to be one of the new members that join like Guts' adventure, because she's definitely shown on all that saying like she really wants to go out on this adventure. It sounds really stimulating. She wants to go out there. And the main meat of this chapter was talking about Griffith, or like as they call the Falcon of Light and all that, who has rolled through the shriek of the astral world. And we finally kind of find out a little bit more about the World Tree and what exactly Griffith did, and that, you know, the World Tree is the heavens, the earth, the underworld. This tree binds these together by these branches, and it's literally like a great fissure between the Strata and our world and the astral realm. And what Griffith has done has pretty much shattered that and now all of them are mixing in between, like reaching the, you know, the most inner depths of the astral world and all that. And these dragon robes that they were talking about is like pretty much just like it's a mole's den, really like a nights on a full moon and all that. It's like sometimes where children will just wander and just enter the astral realm when they see pixies and fairies and stuff. And pretty much, like, as they're talking about the Baylor, like the egg that Guts carries and all that, is like meant to open a dragon road to the abyss. So pretty much to lead to the God Hand, and it's like this abomination and all that is here, and it's just like, you know, like regardless and all that of the shit that you've done and all that, it's dangerous regardless. And it's like, this is one of those artifacts that we only really knew to this point to really conjoin the two worlds together and all that. And it's just like, regardless of what and all that, it's like, you know, like it's like we've got some fucking problems and all that, like with the world. Since like one of the great sages and all that, like to like, you know, took up residence and devoted themselves to arcane studies and to like to the spirit woods and all that. One of them was your master, Sharif, like that. She was like, you know, her mission was to safeguard the land and maintain the realm between the like astral and this realm, so they never intertwine in such a case like it's happened now as we've entered Fantasia, like this absolute just psychotic world that we just live in. And what has he done and all that? It's just transformed the world, and we finally find out why he's done it and all that. It's like Guts is like thinking about this, like, you know, regardless of what, this is what he's always wanted and all that. And it's just like, and even when he's thinking like, I've let go of my obsession of just every waking moment I want to kill him and all that, and it's like I'm being questioned as I arrive at my destination. It's like he's always wanted his own country, and the twist is that the eye of the storm of the world tree that he has thrown the world into chaos, his place is the safest area in literally the world right now. It's like, it's a greater power to keeping evil spirits at bay, and it's the only country where people can truly live in peace because they're in the eye of the storm of this chaos. And this is why I hate Griffith so much, because he is purposely doing this, and he is completely fucked the world way more than what the Eclipse did. In like the Eclipse and all that, he wrecked up like hundreds and hundreds of lives and all that, and Guts and like branding them and forcing him to go into like countless days and nights, like just fighting demons and monsters and all that, which never should have met into this and intertwined into this world. But now this fucking piece of shit has wrecked up the whole entire world, and now innocent people, regardless of what and all that, if they care for Griffith or not, have to deal with this fucking world like what Guts has been dealing with this entire time. Like, everyone has to deal with it. Like Farnell, Sepulchre, Shriek, like all of them have got stuff there, and even like the innocent people, as we clearly saw like hundreds of chats ago when we was dealing with the trolls. And it's just like, this is just a fucking thing that's just ridiculous and all that. It's like, you know, like this, like your nemesis and all that has just changed the world and all that, and it defies imagination. It's like Griffith is a monster. That's like, and Theodore always asks me, like, Griffith is just a sheer monster. Like, I don't care and all that, and nothing will just drive me so much better when he grabs that Dragon Slayer and he fucking puts it through his chest and slices him slowly up to his part like that. Because fuck Griffith and all that. Like, that guy is a monster. He's ruined the entire world. He's completely destroyed the world. And now, where like the sages are going is that we need to fix this. We generally, so it's approaching that point. I feel like this is like a good point where it's like, we need to get the fruit. We need to generally deal like through this and all that. And it's just like, you know, like this is a mean to like Griffith's end and all that. Getting this country is just another step for away and all that. He seeks to go to either greater heights and all that. And it's, you know, that's the Falcon that you know, and that's Griffith. And I'm like, this guy has only just begun. Like, he will do anything to get what the fuck he wants. To just like, and he planned that, and he was like, oh, I'm gonna fight you. Like, that's why he planned everything, saying I'm gonna fight that piece of shit Kushan King over there to get everything he desired. And Skull Knight tried. He tried to stop that, and he knew, like, Skull Knight knew what was gonna go down, and he couldn't do it. You know, like, he was too slow to stop that, and now it's going to have to rely on to Guts and everyone else to even defeat that. And I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, at this point in the series, where we're at this point, it's like, if Guts dies, he would probably just continue his life in the underworld. Like I feel like Griffith would do that to him, where he would generally kill him, and he would have to like do some God of War style, climb out of the underworld to hell and all that, to get back to the actual plane like that. Like, that is something I feel like Guts would do. And like, I know Miura has talked countless times already in the series that I feel like it would be like dishonesty to my fans if I gave Berserk a happy ending, which I feel like it's gonna have closure. It's definitely gonna have some sort of means to an end, but definitely it would be like Guts dying, or like definitely it's still. I don't think the world would be kind of fixed, but I generally think a lot of the characters that we're gonna know are going to die. Are gonna be like, I feel like maybe like Isidoro, maybe Farnes and Julia, like they could be the ones that could survive. I don't see Seppuku surviving at all. I don't see Guts. I don't see like a bunch of the people that have joined his journey, and it's like Guts, where he now is with all the people that he's got like on his his side and all that. No, a lot of them are gonna survive. They're just humans. Like the most powerful, the two most powerful people like in that group and all that. Like even though Seppuku is strong, it's Guts and Shriek. Like you got a powerful mage and you got this fucking monster here. Seppuku is strong. If you counted the three of them and all that, they're the strongest people in his group. And it's just like, if we're talking sheer sword skills and all that, then just Guts is a monster and you just beat him. And we've clearly seen that. And she's just she's a monster when it comes to magic. So it's like we've got an issue where it's like, how much can Guts really handle on his own to take care of the God Hand, to seal this shit up, to take care of Grit, like to kill Zod. We've got so much to like cover and all that, and I know that, I guess this is like feeling wind and all that, is like people have probably thought and already said this stuff plenty amount of times already, like since, you know, it's like Berserk's been going on for years, and you know, a lot of people have been waiting for years and all that to get these chapters since, you know, we've been on that boat hiatus and all that. And I guess thankfully and all that, I didn't have to suffer that like you guys did and all that, so it feels weird to me, like the boat just going by just like that for me, but like I can see why a lot of people suffered like that through this like hell and all that. But yeah, that's where I think kind of where Berserk is going at the moment, with especially this chapter kind of really like signified for me. So definitely I do want to go into more, but I definitely want to save that for the special video I have in mind, which I don't know when that's going to be done. That will be done when it's done and all that. I've got so many projects and I want to keep, I don't want to just like stop and just like do other like just do that and just sort of stop everything I do, because there's unfair to the other people and all that, where it's like, you know, I want to keep the reviews up, I want to keep the episodes, I want to do manga, but this Berserk video I kind of want to make it special, and I felt like I kind of give you a bit of what I want, how I feel about it in this video, in the chapter. So yeah, this is more the kind of discussion telling like how I feel than it is the chapter. Like the chapter kind of just helped me realize that, yeah, this is where maybe the series is going, this is what the plan is. Like with the whole thing about the Fairy King, I feel like some tragedy that's gonna happen where it's like, I feel like Casca's gonna return for a little bit and then she's just gonna go back to that. Like I don't see Casca returning back to normal. That just feels weird to me, like that, like at this point. But it would be nice to see original Casca back, or like maybe Guts could have this moment where the Fairy King be like, I can give you, like, her mind can return only so little to this world and all that, so like I can make you return, like her return for like 10 minutes or something, and just have your time, Guts. I could see Guts crying. I could see Guts fucking tearing his eye, like tearing up and just like wanting to die then, like that. That would be like his closure, and they're like, okay, I've done everything for Casca, I know what to do, like something like that. So we'll have to wait and see and all that. But I love the chapter. It was extremely dialogue heavy. I kind of wish that there was a little bit more to it. Like I know like Berserk normally does about like 20 pages, like it normally does about like 16, 18, like it's Berserk's normally not the longest, but I will say art was a 10. The art was throughout the entire place was fucking fantastic, and it definitely kind of solidified a lot to it. But I feel like this would have been a little bit more complete if we hadn't maybe at the end of it met the Fairy King, but we'll honestly we'll have to wait until next month and all that, like if we are going to meet him. But yeah, I think like it helped us understand a lot more about what exactly Griffith did, and I'm glad that my fears kind of came true in a way where it's like, yeah, he fucked the world, he completely fucked up the world, and he's a selfish piece of shit cunt, and I hope he burns and dies. Like that's like that like especially like it was just specified that. So I definitely think the chapter's great and all that. The chapter itself is probably like an 8.5, like I think it's an 8.5 to 9, like that. But I feel like a lot of people probably won't get the full thing of this the full meaning of this chapter without kind of what I've explained, and like what a lot of people, if you look into it a lot more deeply about what Griffith really did that day. And I feel like this was an explanation for a lot of people to see like what he's done and kind of a little bit more in detail with it. So I'm kind of glad about that, and kind of seeing Guts now where he is at this point where it's like he's let go of that revenge. He's letting go of that revenge, and now his main focus is just trying to fix the world and just try and get Casca back to normal. So we'll have to wait and see about that. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I absolutely adored, like I adore Berserk. I have a lot of respect for Miura like that, and I think that's deserved. I like. It's a shame that so many of these volumes are out of print because I want to get all of them ASAP and all that. So I am looking forward. I definitely want to pick up the latest volume when that definitely comes out over here. So I'm going to end off here. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching as always, and I will see you guys though next time.